everybody, it's Amy from Winterwood Studio, and today is a very special day. This is a very special art haul sponsored by Temu, and it's my getting ready for Inktober art haul. And there may be a few other goodies in there as well. I'm really excited to open this. I am so excited for Inktober and Drawtober and Undying Tales. Those are some of the challenges I've done in the past. I will link some of the Instagram info about them down below so you can check them out if you want to join in and do stuff with me. And let's open this and see all the inky goodness. There could be some other stuff in here as well too. So come on in, get yourself something to drink, and let's settle in and see what's in here. Hi everybody, it's sponsor Amy jumping in here real quick to tell you it's Temu's 1-year anniversary. Can you believe it? They, in case you don't know, are an online shopping site that have everything you could possibly want, from home goods to clothing to art supplies. And right now they're having crazy sales because it's their anniversary. And I have a lovely coupon bundle for you that should be linked down below that's worth $100. And it's not just for people who have the app, it's for all users. So if you'd like to check that out, head on down to the description and click on that. And for all you app users out there, they have even more special deals for you, including a $1 sale where everything within that special section is only $1. That's only available for app users though, that one. So if you want to get the app and check that out, all those links for everything will be down below. And a huge thank you to Temu for sponsoring another one of my videos, and let's get on to all of the special, wonderful Inktober supplies that I picked out just for you guys. All right, back to package opening, Amy. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to attack the side and hope for the best. Let's see, there's a little hole right here already, so maybe if I start there. Okay, so I will just pull stuff out as I go along. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry for the interruption. My dog was barking at something in the yard. I think a deer. So I think I know what this big one is, so we're going to start by taking this out, if I can get to it. We'll start with that. Okay. This was, it is what I was thinking. So this took up most of the amount of money I could do. Oh, it's upside down. Ooh, who knows what's in there? All of these products will be linked down below, and I'll put the prices up somewhere here too so you can see how much they were when I bought them. Holy moly! Holy buckets! Look at you guys, there's so many. Look at that! Oh my goodness. Oh, there's so many. Okay, so I think there was 240, 250, 260, somewhere in there, alcohol markers in this set. And they are a fine point and a broad. So there's the fine. And there's the chisel. And we will do some swatching and everything here in a minute. I had to adjust you. I think that's better. So alcohol markers are, you know, technically ink. And I know a lot of people do Inktober just in black and white ink, but I'm not one of them. Sometimes I put some color in, and there's nothing like having some alcohol markers to add some color to your work. So we will see if we can't swatch all these later. Here, I'll put these loose things back in here. Let's see what else is in here for now, though. This was a really big set for very, very inexpensive. I was very impressed with that. All right, let's look what's in here. Okay. Okay, I'm excited to try this one. This is one of the ones I was excited for. This is Jinhao Ink and Green Bamboo. Maybe you can't see that in the packaging. We'll take it out of the packaging. So Jinhao makes one of my favorite brands of inexpensive fountain pens for drawing with, especially if you are worried about like your ink clogging up your fountain pen, but you really want to use it. You can get their pens for like $7. Let's see if you can see the packaging now. And we'll open it up. So when I realized they made inks too, I was super excited to try them. Oh, that bottle is beautiful. Look at the cute little bottle. It's so cute. Look at the green ink in there. I can't wait to try these. We're definitely going to be doing some swatching here in a little bit. I don't know what this little package is, guys. I don't remember what this is. Oh, I think I do know what it is. Let's open it up and see. I think I do know what it is. So this is Inktober, but also fall themed. So this is like my fall themed stock up, and da-da, I don't know if you can see those. Whoop. They're a bunch of little fall stickers, and these were like 97 cents for this whole package, and they're super cute. Look at here. Little hedgehog, some cute little acorns. They're just adorable. These are going to be for decorating my bullet journal and everything during fall. Aren't they so cute? I love them. They're adorable. And for 90, there's a lot of them. And they were only 97 cents. There's tons of animals and like fall things. These are really cute. I really like them. Okay. So fall themed and ink. All right, on to the next thing. This is also fall themed. I couldn't get fall themed stuff without getting some fall themed washi tape. You know how I love my you know how I love my washi tape. I use it to decorate like my bullet journals and stuff. These are really pretty. This one right here is could even maybe go into Christmas because it's got pumpkin pie. These are adorable too. Super nice washi tape. All right. Okay, here's something you definitely are going to need if you're going to do Inktober, and this is a set of, here, this side. We have a set of Fineliners. So these were not very expensive either. Nothing in here was super expensive. This is my Inktober on a budget video. So I was purposely looking for stuff where if you didn't have the money to shell out the supplies to buy some of the name brands that you see professional artists using, these are a great alternative. Everybody should be able to do Inktober or Drawtober or whatever they'd like to do. And with these you can. I'm not going to say the brand that these are dupes for, but I'm sure if you've been around the ink scene for a while, you know which brand I'm talking about. And these are archival ink. And they are water resistant, sun resistant, and easy to use. I'm really excited to try these too. We're going to, like I said, do some swatching here at the end. Maybe do a quick sketch too if there's time. What's this? I don't know what this is. Oh, that's not an inky thing, so we'll save that for the end of the video. Is this an inky? This is another inky thing. So who's excited to do Inktober or Drawtober or Undying Tales? I'm trying to think of some of the other ones I've done. I can't think of any of that. Those are the ones that I usually pick from, those three. If you have one that you do that's not one of those three that you just love, drop it down below. I'm always looking for different things. Okay, so this is the Jinhao Ink in brown. And I will take this out. I'm assuming that these probably aren't water resistant because they're made for fountain pens, but for Inktober, I don't use like watercolors with them, so it doesn't matter to me. If it does matter to you, you might want to do a little more research. But for Inktober, I use just ink and occasionally alcohol markers because they're technically ink. So that's how I get around that color rule. And then a bunch of brush pens. Look at all those brush pens. They're all different. Here, I'll take some out. They're different tips. I like to fill up some brush pens with some diluted ink for washes sometimes. So here you have like a flat. And oops. Here you have like a much bigger brush. Look at that. That's honking huge. Let's see. And then, ooh, there's one that's even bigger than that one. Look at that one. Let's see. And then there's some very, very fine tip ones. I don't know if you can see how tiny that one in there is. So this was a set of seven. I'm really excited to try these with some ink and water washes. I think that might be really fun this year. Really fun. All right. The next thing, I don't know what's in this one. It's in a little package. This one is, aha. So I wanted the Jinhao Ink in black, but unfortunately they were sold out. So I got this little one of Panda ink in black instead. I don't know if you can see that in there. I'll take it out so you can see it a little bit better. Again, I don't know if there's info about whether or not it's, let's see, it's got some tiny writing. Hang on. It does say it's for writing tools, which I knew when I bought it. So I'm thinking, again, probably not water resistant, but again, that doesn't bother me for Inktober. Isn't that a cute little bottle? Ink bottles are so cute. All right, and then we have, okay, another little package. You guys are kind of crooked today. And in here we have a bunch of fountain pen cartridges in deep blue, and these are also Jinhao brand, and each one has 5 ink cartridges in it for fountain pens, and they're in deep blue. So we've got blue, green, black, and brown ink so far. I think we're looking pretty good. And then I'm really excited to try this. This is a little tiny battery operated pencil eraser. And my Derwent one that I got was like 20 bucks. And this one I think was like 2. I can't remember again. Again, the prices will be up here for everything as we go through. Look at, it's a pretty blue. I think there's extra tips in here somewhere too. Oh, yep, there they are. Or eraser tips, I should say, are in there. So I'm really excited to try this. I want to see if it erases well, because that would be a budget alternative for someone who's looking for an electric eraser. Okay, what else have we got here? This is the next bag. Let's see what's in here. Okay, now I know you're thinking, how am I going to draw with all these little bottles of ink when all you show me is Fineliners and brush pens? Well, don't worry. Here we go. Here's a dip pen with a bunch of different nibs. Again, ridiculously inexpensive, $2 or $3, I think. Super affordable for anybody who wants to get started with a dip pen. Here we go. I don't know if it, like I said, this whole room has got windows, so I don't know if you can see all the different nibs there or not. Hopefully you can. But lots of choices. Lots of choices. I'm really excited to try this. Very excited. So that will go with the inks. And then, what's this? I don't want to, I'm not sure what this is. This may be one of the non-inky things, but we'll see. We will see. Oh, I think I know what this is. If I'm right, then it is an inky thing. Here, we'll cut this so you can see it better. Okay. All right. Now, you're also probably thinking, what are you going to use those cartridges in? Well, I've got that covered too, don't I? Let's open it up. Look at it. It comes in a nice little case. Wow. Very sturdy. I don't know if you can see it in there. Ooh, it's pretty. So pretty. Look at this beautiful fountain. This was also very inexpensive, just a few dollars. In a beautiful autumnal orangey brownie red. So pretty. There's the point. And if you unscrew it here, it has an ink converter in it. So we can also put some of our bottled ink in here. If you don't want to use a cartridge, I'll show you how to use those later in the video. And it came with two black cartridges. It's kind of hard to see there, but there's 2 black cartridges in there as well. Okay. And then, of course, we need something to draw on. So we've got this A5 30 sheet, because that's how many days are in Inktober. So if you wanted to do a sketchbook just for Inktober, this would be perfect right here. Again, very inexpensive. The prices will be... But I wanted to prove you could do Inktober on a budget. You don't need, you know, fine artist grade materials. I mean, these are looking beautiful to me, and I love Jinhao brand. I was so shocked when I saw them on there. I can't believe they were on there. I bought Jinhao stuff many, many times before and never through Temu. And the prices at Temu were quite a bit better than where I was getting them. I'm trying to open this. I'm hoping this is thick enough to take some ink and that the paper is fairly smooth. It's hard to know when you're buying stuff online. So let's see. Yep, this should be perfect. It's a little bit, it's got a little bit more of a tooth than a Bristol, but not much. And the paper is definitely going to be thick enough. It's like a thin cardstock. Not as obviously as thick as watercolor paper, but definitely thicker, much thicker than like copy paper. This would be absolutely perfect for an Inktober sketchbook. 30 pages of nice quality paper. And it's black and kind of inky looking already. And then, like I said, I'm trying to save the non-inky stuff for last. In case you didn't like that sketchbook and you wanted to work on a larger size, this is a larger size. Let's see if I can open this so we can get in. Sometimes I like to work larger, sometimes I like to work smaller. It just depends each year what I'm feeling like. Sometimes if I know my time is going to be kind of rushed, I prefer a smaller size. Sometimes I want to do big elaborate pieces. And sometimes I go back and forth. And there's no rule that says that you have to keep all your Inktober pieces in one sketchbook either. This has a very nice hardcover cover that I like. This other one was a soft cover. The paper is very similar. Maybe a touch thicker. And it didn't say how many sheets, but I think it's more than the other one. So this would be a nice big book to work in too. And you could decorate the front as well. That's what's nice about blank ones. Okay, now we're down to stuff that is not inky related. So I got these little journaling, art journaling scrapbook papers just for fun. They are fall and spooky. My kids say spoopy for spooky plus cute, I guess. But yeah, they're different scenes. There's a pretty butterfly. I hope you can see those there. And just some different stuff that I thought would be really fun to use in my art journal. Okay, and then we have these are beautiful, another thing of washi tape. I don't know if you can see that in there, but these are very spooky Halloween-y ones. Here, let's turn the light off. Maybe that'll help. Does that help any? Spooky Halloween-y ones. They're very nice. Here, maybe I like that one with the spider webs at the bottom. Maybe we'll take a closer look at these two when you're up over here and we're swatching. Okay, now there's two exciting things that are not inky related. And the first one is this. And you're not going to know probably what this is till I take it out. Okay, so these are glitter watercolors, and there's 12 colors, and they are the pearl ones. And I will open it up so you can see it. That's a very pretty little case. Ooh, those are pretty. Very pretty. And I have no idea, guys, if these are light fast or anything like that. I just thought they were pretty, and I wanted something fun for my journal, my art journal. But I can test them too if you'd like me to. Just drop that down in the comment. But I have never owned any of these sparkly pearlescent watercolors, and I wanted a set to see if I even liked them. And they were very inexpensive and very beautiful. And then the last thing, I'm going to take it out of the package because you can't see it when it's in the package. Miss Farita's been over there drinking water like the entire time. I hope it's not picking up too much of that, but sorry if it is. Okay, so these are the Ocean Colors watercolors, but I picked this palette, even though it says Ocean, I picked it because I felt like the colors look autumnal to me and very fallish. So let's take a look at these. It comes in a little hard case, and you can swatch right on here. We'll be doing that in a minute, I can tell you. And here are the colors. See, don't you think that looks like sort of a autumnal set of watercolors? I don't know, maybe it was just me. But I wanted to try those too. I haven't tried any watercolors from Temu yet. Again, I don't know if they're light fast. They're very inexpensive and just fun to play with. Okay. Okay, so that's everything plus, you know, the big honking set of alcohol markers. So why don't I move you from here to over here and let's play with some of these supplies and try them out. Okay, you guys, so the very first thing I wanted to do is show you how to fill up this fountain pen. We're gonna start by taking the converter out, and let's see. Let's do brown. I'm gonna do this brown, the Jinhao brown, and see what we think of that. So the first thing you do is you take the converter out, you just pop that right out. And there's a little plastic stopper. This is to keep your ink from spilling. And you can save this and reuse it. I do. Let me grab some paper towels here. Okay, so you're going to put your ink converter in. You're going to make sure that the black is all the way down to the bottom, like that. And then you put it into the ink, and then you just start screwing the opposite direction until you're all the way to the top, like that. It is a little messy. You're going to want a paper towel here nearby. Let's see. We'll set this right here for now. Put your little cap stopper back in. And put your lid back on. Then you're going to take your ink converter and you're going to put it right in here like this. And then I like to push a little of the ink down, just a little bit. And we'll see if that's enough to get it flowing. Sometimes that's enough, sometimes you have to do it a couple of times. So let's try it and see. That wasn't enough, so let's do it again. Getting it to start flowing can be a little bit tricky sometimes, but then once it's going, you shouldn't have to fiddle with it again until you have to fill it up. Okay, third time's the charm. Yep, there we go. So you can see that writes nice and smooth, and then you can do stippling like this. I do a lot of hatching. That's hatching, and then cross hatching like this. Maybe we'll have time to do a little ink drawing, we'll see. It's a very pretty ink, and the pen is very smooth and writes beautifully, so I'm very happy with that. Feels nice in the hand. It's a nice heavy weight. It feels firm. All right, now let's try the Fineliners. Let's do those next. Okay, so my favorites are usually 02, 04, 06, and 08. And then sometimes I'll use the 005. Let's try these. So the 02 should be, out of the ones I picked, the finest. And then this is the 4. And then the 6. And then the 8. Beautiful. Those work just like the other brand that I'm thinking of. Those are a very nice alternative. I wonder how big these are then. Ooh, that's like a chisel point for like doing calligraphy. See that? Very nice. I wonder what this one is then. That's just a really thick one. And then I bet this BR is a brush. Let's see what that one is. Yep. So that would be for like your brush lettering. Very nice. So you have a whole selection here for not very much money, and these would be perfect for Inktober. Okay, so now let's take a look at these. I got ink on here. on this dip pen set here. I'm thinking this one and this one look like the ones I use the most often in my dip pen set. Let's take a look at those. Okay, and let's try this bottle of green ink now. Ooh, these lids are hard to open for me. That's pretty. All right, let's see how this looks. That is a beautiful, very fine tip nib. And you can make thinner and then thicker lines depending on how hard you press. which is good. You want to see that in a nice flexible nib. I usually have a bottle of water next to me and I rinse off each nib as I go. You don't want the ink to dry in your nib. That's bad. Let's try this. Let's try this one. So this would be good for your very finest line work as well. All right, let's see here. Let's try something a little thicker. This is what would be called normally a spoon nib. This one here. Ooh, that's a nice one. This is probably going to be my favorite one. You can get very thin and also much thicker lines. This is nice. Beautiful. And let's try the black ink too. Then we can let this dry and then I'll come back with some water and a brush pen and see if these are water resistant or not. We shall see. All right, here's the black. I just wanted to write what I'm using so I don't forget when I go to do the tests. If I'm going to be doing a lot of stippling, I tend not to use a dip pen because, as you can see, it makes very small marks. It can be very time consuming to do stippling with a dip pen. Okay, so those are the bottles of inks, and I just realized I probably should have tried one of the cartridges in the fountain pen, and I did not. So, yeah. All right, let's do some alcohol markers on here. Let's see how these bad boys work. All right, let's try this light pink right here. So it looks like the fine point one has the gray, so that's where how you can tell which is the fine point. You're going to want something under here. Alcohol markers bleed through, so be aware of that. I have a surface covering my desk, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so it's future Amy popping in here to say I was pleasantly surprised with these markers. They do only have a chisel tip and a fine tip. Without a brush tip, it can be hard to blend, but I feel like these blended pretty well for not having a brush tip. So if you are just wanting to just get into alcohol markers and see if you like them, I think these are a really good option for you to try. Okay, let's take a light marker here and let's see if these are marker proof. Okay, so I think the bottled inks look okay to use with alcohol markers. These may not be the best with the alcohol markers. Let's see if I can find a lighter color and see. What color is this even? Okay, let's try this. Let's see, wait for it to dry. Let's see if it's any lighter. Yeah, I think those are streaking. But the bottled ink all seems to be working fine. Okay, so now let's get some water and we'll test the bottled ink with some water. I think I'll just fill up one of these brushes and I will be right back. Okay, you guys, so I filled this up. Let's test this out and see what we think. Okay, it's getting nice and wet. All right, let's see what we think here. Okay, that looks like it's coming up a little bit. What about this black panda? Oh, the black panda is not water resistant. Neither is the green, and neither is that, which I did not expect them to be. Well, you know what? As long as I have this little water brush out, let's test these watercolors. This is one of the watercolor sketchbooks I got in my last Temu haul, and let's use it to test these watercolors in the back. I love these watercolor sketchbooks from Temu. I have bought 3 of them now at this point. Oh, Okay. All right, so let's do these first. Let's put a little drop of water in each one. All right, let's start with this pretty purple first. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, let's do the blue now. That purple is really pretty. Let's do the blue. This case that it's in kind of reminds me of the contact case palette I made myself. I can't wait to see how they dry, if they're shimmery or not. These kind of feel sort of fallish too, if you minus the blue and the purple. That's pretty. That one has a lot of shimmer to it too. Maybe I didn't let the other ones re-wet long enough. Let's go back and see. Yep. I didn't let them, I've never used the metallic ones before. I think I just didn't let them wet long enough. Because they're shimmery now. So those are the what are they? The 12 pearl colors. And a nice little palette there. And now let's try the 24 ocean colors. Let's swatch them on the little card that came with them. That seems like a good idea. I'm really enjoying these brush pens. These are some good brush pens for not a lot of money. I definitely recommend the brush pens. Don't you feel like this looks like a fall set? It looks very fallish to me. Okay. I just filled up my little thing and got a paintbrush here. I am really enjoying these. These will be great for travel. I just didn't want to keep running to fill them up, so. Okay, this feels like a very fall palette to me. I think I made a nice choice with these. I'm actually really happy with these watercolors. I wasn't expecting a lot for the price. But just on this little swatch here, they seem to be working really well. The colors are nice and pigmented. They're beautiful colors. They're behaving normally. I'm impressed. I'm not sure if they'd be light fast or anything, but I am impressed with these. I did not think they would be this nice for this price. This would be a really nice set to give someone who's just getting started out with watercolors and wants to try them. The metallic ones too, these are almost dry. Well, some of them are not quite dry, but they're pretty metallic-y. Those are really pretty. Okay, so I think we've swatched pretty much everything. I'm wondering what I should do now. So clearly I decided to do a quick pen and ink drawing. This is basically what I would do on one of my shorter days when I'm doing Inktober. When I don't feel like doing a big full-on piece. I thought about doing a big full-on piece for this, but honestly I wanted to turn this video around as fast as I could so that if anybody wanted to buy their own supplies for Inktober from Temu, that it would be up in time. So I just did a little small hummingbird with some flowers for this piece today. As far as all the Temu supplies went, I was really happy with everything. I did order a glass pen that was broken in transit, so you guys didn't see that. And the Fineliners were not quite as water resistant as I would like, but not terrible either. I've certainly used worse. So all in all, I was really happy with everything. The markers blended very well considering they didn't have brush nibs, and I knew they didn't have brush nibs when I bought them. I wanted to see if I could blend with chisel tips for people who just wanted to get started. I'm very happy with the bottles of ink. The fountain pen is just glorious. I really enjoyed that, and I was really pleasantly surprised with the watercolor palettes as well. I have not done any light fast testing. Obviously, I would, if I were going to do that, those would be up in a window for probably at least a year. And honestly, I probably won't. If I use these, it'll be for like illustrations or something where I don't need the materials to be light fast because I probably don't want to take the time to test them. But I think they're beautiful colors and they worked really well. I tested them on some Arches watercolor paper. You didn't see that. I didn't have that in this video. But they worked really nice. They work just like any, higher, middle to higher end watercolor that I've used. They were very nicely saturated. They re-wet really well. I was actually really happy with them. I'm talking about like the autumn colored palette. The sparkly watercolors are beautiful too, but I did not test them as extensively as I did the autumn colored ones, which I really enjoyed. Okay, you guys, so there you have it. This is just a little sketch I did with the Fineliners, and I just put in a little bit of color with one of the red alcohol markers. And just in case you were interested in seeing, there's actually very minimal bleed through. This is actually really impressive. Alcohol markers, like for example, this is cardstock here, not printer paper, and you can see how much that bled through. I thought this would bleed through more than this, so I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Inktober is just around the corner. I want to get this video up so you have time to order your supplies too if you want to use any of the things that I picked out. It'll all be down below. I will have a discount code just for you guys down below. It is not just for app users, it's for everybody, and you can get a special $100 coupon bundle with my code, and that will be down below. As I said in the voiceover, Temu is having their 1-year anniversary, and they have a ton of stuff on sale for $1 and under. They have tons of good deals that they don't normally have, and this is on top of their already spectacular pricing. So if you are on a budget but you would like to do Inktober and you would like some supplies to do it, I think this all worked absolutely fabulously. I'm going to be using these for some of my Inktober prompts, so you will be seeing me using all these products in future videos. I do also want to do a more in-depth review of these markers in a future video, so you will be seeing me do a drawing in a future video with these markers as well. So thanks for being here with me today. I hope you had a great time. I hope you found some inexpensive supplies you might want to try, and until next time, happy creating!